I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahawah, by Hashem, Yahawashi, by Hashem, Kakodas, and a double honor to the elders and apostles, a great millstone for pushing this truth. The book of Acts, chapter 26, verse 4. And this is Paul speaking to King Agrippa. We're going to start at verse 4, and then we're going to jump down to around 14. My manner, the book of Acts, chapter 26, verse 4. My manner of life from my youth, which was at the first among mine own nation at Jerusalem. All right, so Saul is saying, whose name was changed to Paul, is saying that his nation, all right, he's saying he has his own nation at Jerusalem, where he grew up at from his youth, known all the Jews. Verse 5, which knew me from the beginning, if they would testify that after the most straightest sect of our religion, what religion? Of the Jews in Jerusalem. They had their own religion, their own God. Saul lived as a Pharisee, all right, which is stated in verse 5. Verse 6, and now I stand and am judged for the hope of the promise made of God unto our fathers. All right, unto our fathers. Subsequently involving the women and children. All right, unto our fathers upon their seed, their children. Verse 7, unto which promise our 12 tribes, not the tribe of Jewish people, which don't even consider themselves to be a tribe. They just consider themselves to be a nation. Our 12 tribes instantly serving Yahawah day and night hope to come. So there's a promise unto the 12 tribes that Saul was speaking of, where he was referring to the Old Testament. Now we have a New Testament that wasn't written when he was alive, or wasn't completed when he was alive. That there was a promise to hope for. All right. For which hope's sake, King Agrippa, I am accused of the Jews. So he was accused of his own people. All right. So, matter of fact, let's read the next verse. Verse 8, Acts 26 and 8. Why should it be thought a thing incredible with you that God should raise the dead? All right. But, people don't believe in the miracles. All right, so Saul is continuing to tell his story. And we're going to go to Acts 26 and 13. At midday, O king, I saw in the way a light from heaven, above the brightness of the sun, shining round about me and them which journeyed with me. All right, so he had witnesses, like as it is written, out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, let everything be established. And that's why the prophets, all the prophets said the same thing, because it's like having multiple witnesses to the future. Multiple prophets prophesying the same thing, confirming what's going to happen, instead of just one person with a tin hat and a YouTube page saying something. So Acts 26, 14. And when we were all fallen to the earth because of the brightness of the light, I heard a voice speaking unto me and saying in the Hebrew tongue, Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? So this is written in red. It is hard for thee to kick against the pricks. So this is what is written in the red is spoken in Hebrew. So it's not going to sound like anything I just said out of my mouth. It's not going to sound like Greek. It's not going to sound like Latin. Why? Because it is written that it was spoken in the Hebrew tongue. Verse 15, and I said, who art thou, Lord? And he said, I am who? Nah. The letter J is only a couple hundred years old. So it didn't say I am Jesus. He said I am Yahawashi, because of the characters of the Hebrew language. Whom thou persecutest, but arise, because of the alphabet of the Hebrew language. But arise and stand upon thy feet, for I have appeared unto thee for this purpose, to make thee a minister and a witness, both of these things which thou hast seen, and of those things in which I will appear unto thee, delivering thee from the people and from the Gentiles, unto whom I now send thee, to open their eyes and to turn them from darkness to light, and from the power of Satan unto Yahawah, that they may receive forgiveness of sins, and inheritance among them which are sanctified by faith that is in me. Not faith in themselves, not faith in the government. Faith in Yahawashi. Now, Zephaniah 3:9. For then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent. So is English a pure language to call on the name of the Lord in? Or would Acts chapter 26 verse 14 be a clue to a pure language to call on the name of the Lord? Acts chapter 26 verse 14, and when we were all fallen to the earth, I heard a voice speaking unto me and saying in the Hebrew tongue, Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? It is hard for thee to kick against the pricks. All right, so the Hebrew tongue is speaking in verse 15. And I said, Who art thou, O Lord? And he said, I am Yahawashi. Okay, a pure language to call on the name of the Lord. Zephaniah 3:9. For then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord. Salakia. The book of Proverbs, chapter 30, verse 4. Who hath ascended up into heaven or descended? All right, well, let's take a look. The book of Acts, chapter 20. It's written in the book of Acts. It's written at the end of the last book. Salakia. The book of Proverbs, chapter 30, verse 4. Who hath ascended up into heaven or descended? Christ, Yahawashi, who the world calls Jesus. Who hath gathered the wind in his fist? Who hath bound the waters in a garment? Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name? And what is his son's name, if thou can tell? So everybody can't tell, as it is written in the book of Proverbs, chapter 30, verse 4. All right, but the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 4, unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. And some might ask, why call to the voice of men and not women? Well, the Lord speaks through the women, through the men. After the man plants a seed in the woman, and the child grows, then they raise the child together. But at the same time, as it is written, Proverbs chapter 8, verse 4, unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. Malachi chapter 3, verse 6, for I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. So why are the sons? Why is it he's speaking to the men? And why does he want the sons not to be consumed? It's because of the act of husbandry. It's because of what a husband and wife mean by definition. Ancient definition, not American definition. Where you got cisgender and all these different where you can marry your pets, marry a kangaroo if you want to, and all these type of different laws they got going on around the country and around the world. Husbandry, management of a household as farm management from husband in a now obsolete sense, which makes sense. It's obsolete now, but a peasant farmer, right? Husband, right? Male, head of a household, to be, exist, grow. householder, probably from master of the house, literally, house dweller, household. See, these women don't want husbands. They don't want a master of a house. They don't want anyone to be master over them. Male head of a household. Nah, they don't want husbands. All right. So yeah. 1 John chapter 2 verse 21. I have not written unto you because ye know not the truth, but because ye know it, and that no lie is of the truth. All right. So, are we not to receive good at the Most High, not evil? So, the hiding of the name is evil. But we receive good by getting the name. The book of Job chapter 2 verse 10. But he said unto her, his wife, because he was going through hell, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What, shall we receive good at the hand of God, and shall we not receive evil? And all this did not Job sin with his lips. Because we get tested, we gotta endure. We just got in another little apartment and just dropped the vacuum and stuff off this morning. Cleaning stuff off from last night and stuff, and somebody that the landlord got keys to went up in there and took that stuff, took the vacuum and shit, and he don't know what's going on yet. So you're gonna receive good at the hand of the Lord. You're gonna receive evil. You just take it with stride, and just be thankful that you know the name. Think upon the name. And let this be a comfort unto us. That's right. That's right. The book of Baruch chapter 2 verse 32. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name. Praise him for all things. The book of Malachi chapter 3 verse 16. Then they that feared the Lord spake often one to another, and the Lord hearkened and heard it. And a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord and that thought upon his name. All right? And that's thinking upon his name in ancient Hebrew. All right? So that's why I like typing in stuff to see whatever scriptures come up. The book of Jeremiah chapter 23 verse 24. Can any hide himself in a secret places, that I shall not see him, said the Lord? Do not I fill heaven and earth, said the Lord? I have heard what the prophet said, that prophesied lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed. I have dreamed. Like Martin Luther King did. How long should this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies? Yea, they are prophets of the deceit of their own heart, which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which they tell every man to his neighbor, as their fathers have forgotten my name for Baal. The prophet that hath a dream, let him tell a dream, and he that hath my word, let him speak my word faithfully. What is the chaff of the wheat, saith Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawashi? Is not my word like as a fire, said the Lord, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock into pieces? All right, that's why a lot of people don't like to hear the gospel being broken down correctly, because it's going to hurt their goddamn feelings. They ain't going to put no money in collection plate. And Bishop Don Juan out Brooklyn can't ride around with his Bentley truck and his Tupac chain. Jeremiah 23 and 30. Therefore, behold, I am against the prophets, said the Lord, that steal my words, everyone from his neighbor. All right, so the people that use this book, that use this book to prophesy and speak fortunes on people's life, or speak good or bad, but it's not according to the scripture on people's life, the Lord is against you. All right, the Lord is against you. And the name is Yahawah. It's the name of God. God is a title. And Yahawashi, who the world calls Jesus.